Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today we're going to be discussing some huge Call of Duty World War II on Game Pass news, because yes, that's right, Call of Duty World War II is officially coming to the Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass. So this isn't just strictly to Xbox users, but PC players will also get the chance to play Call of Duty World War II thanks to it coming to the Game Pass. So throw logic out the window. We're not just going back in time based off of the current Call of Duties going downwards. We're just putting whatever old Call of Duty game we want to see on the Game Pass. So I want to talk about today. I want to talk about COD WW2 appearing on the Game Pass, kind of the change that we didn't really expect to see, which seems to be there just seems to be some random lineup of Call of Duties coming to the Game Pass. So we have no idea if we're getting COD 4 at some point, or MW3, or this, that, or the other. We have no idea what's going on. But Call of Duty World War II is officially coming to X Game Pass, and I'm going to share the tweet on the screen to let you guys know that it's official. But right here, Charlie Into it says Call of Duty World War II is coming to Xbox Game Pass on June 30th. So put that date in your calendars, guys. June 30th. It will be available through Game Pass Standard, Game Pass Ultimate, and PC Game Pass. So this isn't one that's locked behind Game Pass Ultimate, which I'm pretty sure has happened in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong. But most of the time, a lot of things have been, to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Passwords. But if you have Game Pass Standard, you guys aren't going to be missing out this time. Call of Duty World War II will be available for you to play and, enjoy. And I cannot wait for this, because it's been a while, right? I've not played Call of Duty World War II at all. In fact, you'll see on this channel, I've not actually done any videos where I go back to an old Call of Duty game, and one of them has been World War II. And the only reason for that being is because my disc doesn't work, and I never went and bothered to go and get a new disc. I literally waited for the day this was going to come to Game Pass, and it's come sooner than I expected, because of course this isn't the Call of Duty that's kind of gone down in ascending order. As we've seen, we've got Black Ops 6 on the Game Pass. Every new release seems to be on the Game Pass now. For instance, Black Ops 7 will be on the Game Pass, and we were going down in an ascendancy. Like MW3 was on the Game Pass, then MW2 was on the Game Pass. So I thought we were going to go in like a chronological order. So I can't remember exactly what was before MW2. I think it may be Black Ops Cold War. So that kind of made sense for that to be the next Call of Duty game. But for some reason, it is Call of Duty World War II. And I'm not complaining, okay? I'm personally a big fan of Call of Duty World War II. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not the best Call of Duty game of all time coming to Game Pass. But it's one that I think is exciting, just because I want to see. There's so much interesting things with this one. I want to see how Call of Duty World War II is in 2025, because I don't know with this game. I literally have no idea. I have not went back and played this game. I enjoyed this game back in the day. You'll actually find on my channel, I believe they're copyrighted videos as well. Before I took YouTube seriously, I was used to make montages and stuff playing the war game mode on World War II, and I'm hoping this game mode will be alive and thriving, because I will definitely be making videos playing this game just to see how it is, because we can also actually get a kind of an idea of how effective the Game Pass really is when it comes to reviving player bases. Because Call of Duty World War II, if you have forgotten, guys, or unless you do, you can remember, does have the COD HQ, but not quite in the way that we do today. We have the in-game Call of Duty HQ, or headquarters as we call it, where, you see players, you see real players in real time, opening crates, doing this, maybe doing the 1v1 pit. So we can see how alive the game really is. It will be showcased through this appearing on Game Pass, how alive the game will be, because there is a headquarters mode. We will see players. We will see how many players. It'll be noticeable, right? I imagine for those of you who maybe still play Call of Duty World War II, or go back and forth between it, playing it and playing the modern games, or just playing any Call of Duty in a random time, you guys will see the difference. And I want to see, it's going to be super interesting to see how alive and how popping this game is. See how it's received as well, because I know Call of Duty World War II back when it released was a bit iffy, had to go for a big structural change, and eventually it did correct its wrongs, but by that time it was too late. The maps in that game weren't the most desirable. We did get some interesting ones, like Gustav Cannon, probably one of the worst maps ever seen. But I want to see what happens to this. I want to see what kind of the community's reaction is to this. How many people actually do go back and play it through the option of it being on Game Pass. I think it's a great game to have on there, but it also doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I did think that Game Pass was going to be used to sort of promote things and that. So for instance, right now, Black Ops 2 being thrown on the Game Pass would have made a lot of sense, with Black Ops 7 coming in the future, and the maps and the throwbacks to the Black Ops 2 maps, etc. Even just going to Black Ops Cold War, because obviously that was the next Call of Duty in line, I believe, before MW2. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there is no chronological order now, it seems. There's no based off of when it was released, or what Call of Duty in the timeline, etc. We're just getting random Call of Duties now. But I'm okay with that, because it keeps us guessing, keeps us on our toes a little bit. 1 month it could be Call of Duty World War 2, it could be MW3, it could be anything. I'm quite excited for it, but I want you guys to let me know in the comments, are you excited for Call of Duty World War 2 coming to the Game Pass? Again, me personally, I am. I have not played it in so long, and I did enjoy the game, okay? It's not in my top 5 Call of Duty games. I think the War game mode in Call of Duty World War 2 was unbelievable and is the best iteration of that. Like, I believe there are different iterations. I believe we even saw it in, I want to say MW2. I can't remember what game it was. There was a version of War mode. I can't remember. They tried bringing it back. It didn't do too well. It wasn't great. It might have even been Call of Duty Vanguard. I can't remember what Call of Duty was. It flopped. It flopped so hard. It didn't capture the same element that Call of Duty World War 2 had. I'm not going to pretend that I like the other maps in Call of Duty World War 2. Like, I did mainly play the War game mode. I didn't really like playing on Ardennes Forest, Gustav Khan, and stuff like that. Some of the maps weren't horrible, but they weren't amazing. You know, it wasn't classics by any means for when it comes to, you know, maps in that game. But the weaponry as well, the camos, challenges, I believe contracts and stuff will be in this game. You can still go in and unlock stuff through, like, I believe it's I can't remember what it's called, like Salvary or whatever it's called, where you build up parts and stuff, and then you can unlock stuff specifically. And I don't know, I'm excited. I am excited for this one. I think it's gonna be a very interesting Call of Duty to go back and play. I personally think it's a pretty good choice. You know, it's one that's like, oh, okay, I'll try it out. I think the community will want to play this just to see what it's like, and I want to see what it's like. I'm also interested in the fact that it will be on the PC pass. I don't know what Call of Duty World War 2 is like on the PC. Obviously, PC's a bit iffy. Things can be hacked. Some of the games are, you know, not safe. I don't know if Call of Duty World War 2 fell into that category. So for all you PC players out there, you're going to have to let me know in the comments. Is Call of Duty World War 2 a good game to come to the PC pass for you guys? Is it a good one? Or is this an unsafe release? Or is this one actually that, yeah, you can go back and play, but maybe you're not so much interested in? Let me know down below. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. But we are getting there. We are getting there with the Call of Duties. They are being slowly thrown back onto the Game Pass. And I'm all for it, because there's going to be a lot of people as well watching this video who probably never played Call of Duty World War 2. I do feel like there's an era where a lot of people started playing maybe after MW 2019, kind of grew up with that era of COD. I feel like World War 2 is just about in the era of the older games. Just about. Not so much in the older games, but it wasn't the most, how I said it, well-received Call of Duty. Like I said, it had its issues at the start. It got a big overhaul. I think the people who stuck around and played it did enjoy the big changes. And now those big changes will probably get to actually be realized by players. I think there will be players who quit the game about halfway through the life cycle because the changes weren't made quick enough. And people now will get the chance to play under those new changes and see what was changed in World War 2. I believe like the perk system was overhauled, and their perk system is a little bit different to how we know it today, where you get like scavenger, etc. Can't remember it exactly, but I believe it was things like mountaineer and stuff. I can't remember it all off the top of my head. There's a lot of things I can't remember from Call of Duty World. It is so long ago. But that's the excitement of it. I get to play something that's going to feel new in a way, because I haven't played the game in so long. Just because my disc is broken. Like, that's literally the reason for it. But there will be videos coming soon about that, guys, so stay tuned for that. I will be playing Call of Duty World War 2 when it releases on June 30th, okay? I want to make sure you guys remember that. June 30th, Call of Duty World War 2 coming to the Game Pass. Is it the Call of Duty you wanted to see come to the Game Pass? Let me know down in the comments below. And if it wasn't, let me know what Call of Duty you did want to see come to the Game Pass, because it will happen at some point, okay? It looks like we are getting the ball rolling. Some Call of Duties are starting to appear on the Game Pass that we necessarily didn't really expect, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.